welcome back to another episode of Weekend Warrior Outdoor. It has been a while. It has been about a month since I have uploaded a video, but that is about to change. We've been working on a lot of videos. We got some fishing videos. Early Canadian goose season out in North Dakota is only about 4 weeks away in mid-August, so we'll have some goose hunting videos coming up. And then a couple weeks after that, the Minnesota Canada goose season opens up, so we'll be blasting some Canadian geese here in Minnesota. And we are going to be putting in a plot at my dad's house for white-tailed deer this year, and that is what we're working on today. We are going to break some ground out here, put a plot in. Back over here in the woods there is our little blind that we've hunted out the last couple years. 2 years ago I shot a deer out here. Last year I didn't hunt that much, but this year we are going to improve this area a little bit, try to attract the deer in here, and we're going to try to get a deer off of our own food plot. Right now my dad is over there. He's going to mow down this area really short, and then we are going to get the tractor out here with the cultivator on it, and we are going to break the ground. And then we have some of this imperial whitetail plot seed that we're going to put out here. This has got a mixture of a bunch of different stuff. We've got some I think there's radishes in there, some rye, a few other things. So we're going to get at it here. We'll do a little time lapse and we'll check back with you after we get this mowed up. We also got the sprayer on the back of my four-wheeler here. We're going to spray this area down too and kill this grass really good before we start plantings. What we got going here is we're going to take, the blind is up in here. We're going to take the chainsaw to this area too. We're going to cut this canopy back just a little bit, put a little more shooting lanes in off of the blind, and we might even take my ladder stand and get it back up here in the woods. So we have a two-man ladder stand in this plot also. Last year we did a mineral spot right down here, and they have been eating on this year already, but we'll get that freshened up too and have a mineral site back here also. We're going to do the plot inside the canopy just a little bit, and then it's going to connect these two pieces of woods together. Right now they like to sit back in the south woods here, and that's kind of where they bed, and then they come up and cross this gap, end up into these north woods, and then we have agricultural land all the way off to the northwest of us. So there's corn planted up there, and there's some beans farther up too. So we're going to get this nice little variety food plot in here right in their travel route. They'll probably stop in here, browse a little bit, and we'll see if we can't get something close for archery hunting in mid-September. And here comes my dad right now with the old 8N Ford tractor, pulling the cultivator behind it. That's what we're going to use to break ground out here. So here he comes. He's going to start breaking ground. Let's see how this goes. My dad's on the tractor here today. He's going to break ground through here. We'll try to expose that dirt so we get some good seed to soil contact, and then we're going to hope for some rain. Otherwise we're going to have to set up some garden hoses up from the house to water it, to try to get it to sprout here. Where he's got the pole saw out right now, going to cut down this one limb. Pull up on that there. There she goes. So we're going to plant some up under the canopy on both sides just to give it a little shade. It'll still get more than 3 hours of sunlight, so it will grow just fine, but it'll help with the drought conditions that we've been having. We'll hold a little bit more moisture under the canopy just a little bit. So coming along quite nicely. We got it all mowed. We got a lot of bare black dirt now. Dad's just finishing up a couple more passes, and then we'll probably wait a few days, maybe next weekend, before we put the seed out. Hopefully we'll get some rain in the forecast before then. But this is coming along quite nicely. It's gonna look pretty good. I think this is gonna work real good for our upcoming deer season. We got a couple months for it to grow and get nice and lush for those deer, but this is gonna be a nice food plot with our blind down over here, and probably a double man ladder stand up into a tree over here. We'll get back out here on another episode and do some tree trimming. I think we're gonna take out a couple of these branches, cut them up a little farther, and then get some shooting lanes in from this tree back here for the ladder stand. But all in all, I think this is working out pretty good. What do you think, Jackson?
It's good.
Yeah? Are you excited to go deer hunting this fall?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think this little plot's gonna work pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Well, folks, it's been about a week since we've plowed the plot out here. We finally have some rain in the forecast for tomorrow. So we're gonna spread some seed out here tonight, and hopefully we'll get some rain tomorrow and it'll sprout it and start growing. All right. Well, we made it out here. It's looking pretty good. We plowed this up a few days ago, about a week ago. We'll get some seed spread on it with a hand spreader I got in the back of the truck here. So I'm going to use this. It's not a real big plot. This should work all right. Broadcast out a bunch of the seed, and hopefully it's going to rain tomorrow. Let's see, the seed we're broadcasting out there is the Imperial Whitetail seed. And so it's got ryegrasses, rape, clover, a couple different kinds of clover, radishes. So it should be pretty good for a plot for these deer. Like I mentioned earlier, the deer like to bed down in the creek side down here, and they walk across here and get up into the agricultural land. There is corn planted on the other side of these woods, and then on the back side of the corn there's soybeans over there, so they should be traveling through here quite a bit. In fact, since last week when we've been out here, there is some deer tracks that are in the plot already, so they have been walking through it already. I don't think it's going to take them very long to start eating on it once it starts growing. The only thing that I'm a little worried about is that if they do find it, we get quite a few deer in here, they'll end up eating it all up before hunting season starts, but I think we'll be all right. Well, we got that all spread out. It doesn't look too bad. We put on about 3 times the amount that it said to. More is better, right? We got about half the bag left, so if this doesn't sprout or grow and we need to reseed some spots or something, we got plenty left to do that. But otherwise it looks pretty good. You can see all the seed down there. We got some really good seed to soil contact. That's all it needs, so it doesn't need to be tilt under or covered up or anything. All it needs now is some rain, and that should grow pretty good. Well, on the next series with this land management series we're doing, hopefully we'll have some sprouts to show you, and we'll have some growth. We'll give it a couple weeks, and hopefully we get a few rainfalls, and we'll get some growth out of here, and the deer will start coming in and eating on it. It is the end of July right now. The archery season in Minnesota here starts mid-September, so we got a good month and a half here to grow this plot out, have the deer move into it and start eating off of it. So we'll get some good growth, and I'm sure that we'll have some deer come through here. We'll get some trail cameras up on the south end and up here on the north end too, and see what's coming in and out of here. Well, that's going to do it for this episode. If you like this video, click that like button. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell so you get all the notifications when we upload a video. And as always, remember, take a kid on an outdoors adventure.